bitch hoes.
You know that I'm active. I'm with that check, that bitch, I gotta have it. Count up these bills, used to sleep on the pallet. You wanna run that bitch, catch me in traffic. Boy, you a bitch, you ain't having no motion. The mama wet like a poos, I'm like a ocean. I'ma buy her a perk of that pussy to go. Act a fool on IG, but I really ain't social. Ain't having no motion. I know you niggas ain't having no motion. I see your pictures and how you be posting, but I know you niggas ain't having no motion. Ain't having no motion. I know you niggas ain't having no motion. Your bitch ain't like my bitch and your bitch is bogus. I know you niggas ain't having no motion. Ain't having no motion, you stuck in one place. These pussies be jealous, can see in they face. Ain't reading them comments, so can't see the hate. I be chasing them back, so I'm staying up late. I'm on my grind, I ain't going on dates. My bitch looking good, wanna see how it tastes. Let me fuck on the back, let me see how I shake. I ain't taking no breaks, I ain't taking no breaks. I'm on the gas, my whole leg on the brake. Banana clear for a nigga tryna act the 8. Gone up the drain, bout to pull me a 8. It ain't my birthday, but I can't up the cake. Give a fuck if they hate. Stuffing these bags in the safe. My little bitch wet like a lake. Drop the top in the race. Ain't saving these niggas or bitches. Lil' yellow ain't wearing no cape. You know that I'm active. I'm with that check, that bitch, I gotta have it. Count up these bills, used to sleep on the pallet. You wanna run that bitch, catch me in traffic. Boy, you a bitch, you ain't having no motion. The mama wet like a poos, I'm like a ocean. I'ma buy her a perk of that pussy to go. Act a fool on IG, but I really ain't social. Ain't having no motion. I know you niggas ain't having no motion. I see your pictures and how you be posting, but I know you niggas ain't having no motion. Ain't having no motion. I know you niggas ain't having no motion. Your bitch ain't like my bitch and your bitch is bogus. I know you niggas ain't having no motion. These niggas ain't moving like me. Now these niggas can't do it like me. Flip these bands and get to it like me. Say, if I can't do it, who do it like me? They ain't even got pull like me. Got a lot of problems, stay cool like me. Who gon' break that bitch back, act a fool like me? Keep a lot on my plate and get full like nigga. Be bitch, these hoes be acting like niggas. Want pressure, what that's what I give them. I'm thuggin', I'm living. These pussy be hate how I'm living. Plus all of my niggas be winning. Winning and winning. It's pressure, we spinning and spinning. Spinning and spinning and spinning. Take them bands to the ceiling. Say little bitch, get out your feelings. These niggas play, then we gon' kill them. Drill them. Yeah. You know that I'm active. I'm with that check, that bitch, I gotta have it. Count up these bills, used to sleep on the pallet. You wanna run that bitch, catch me in traffic. Boy, you a bitch, you ain't having no motion. The mama wet like a poos, I'm like a ocean. I'ma buy her a perk of that pussy to go. Act a fool on IG, but I really ain't social. Ain't having no motion. I know you niggas ain't having no motion. I see your pictures and how you be posting, but I know you niggas ain't having no motion. Ain't having no motion. I know you niggas ain't having no motion. Your bitch ain't like my bitch and your bitch is bogus. I know you niggas ain't having no motion.
Check. What's going on? Thank you for coming to another edition or joining us for another edition of No Bull Ish TV. Today we're gonna have the one and only Shawn Galmore on, from New Orleans. Been breeding for 30 years plus. Started TrueTank in 1999. First world Afro-American kennel owner of Razor's Edge. Clip shot, short shot. Produced Paco, Hef, Menace, Biggie, Rolex. Come up combos, breedings. First ever DBL Cairo male to short shot female, which led to Little Row and Paradise and Rock and Ruby's cow and Simpson. Owner of the females Razor's Edge, TSO, TrueTank, Sippin' Henny. Her and Short Shot produced Manu and Blue, that produced the legendary Remy, which Mr. Shawn Galmore named. All right, y'all remember that. Hey, y'all don't let that go. Y'all don't let that go over y'all head. The first brother to do it like he was doing, man. Hey, shout out to that, man. I all honors of that. The Short Shot and Diamond match is behind nearly 75 to 80% of the dogs today, with Edge behind Dane. His TrueTank dogs are behind Muscle Tone dogs, Grim dogs, Chumper dogs, good bit overseas. And I see now why the brother wanted to go back to Brim, because that's basically their foundation. People talking all that junk And this is this brother's foundation that they built, man. And they disrespected this man for going back to his own. Man, this crazy, man. This bully community's wild, man. It's wild, man. True Tank dogs are alone for responsible over 100 million dogs, are worth a million dollars worth of dogs produced and generated over $1 million in the bully community. Shout out to Shawn Galmore. I'm gonna play him on right now. I'm gonna give him respect. Every guest I got play on. So this is their own song. This is their own track. This is the first guest that I have on that their own track. Their own track was by Mac, Shell Shock, and C Murder up in that motherfucker. All right. So let's pay that man respect and let's play this man on. Let's get it.
Niggas be a tank dog. We them tank dog. Niggas be a tank dog. We them tank dog. Niggas be a tank dog. We them tank dog. Niggas be a tank dog. We them tank dog. Niggas be a tank dog. We them tank dog. Niggas be a tank dog. We them tank dog. Niggas be a tank dog. We them tank dog. Niggas want to name it the truth. I roll with killers and stealers from the 504. We be some tank dog niggas. $50 for show. So nigga respect my mind. I'm 50 shot to the dome. From a motherfucking tank 9 kill. On a murder scene, got niggas tweaking for my motherfucking shit like a dope fiend. I get a buzz from them dip blunts, and I make moves with that nigga with the gold fronts. 1998, nigga them tank dog rules. I pull a lick and get ghost, cause I ain't got nothing to prove. Fuck with camouflage and see how you gon' die tonight. If that bullet don't kill you, then you gon' bleed from a dog bite. My shit sell like dope, uncut like coke. Nigga fucking drop my studio, it's like a crack count. No limit for life, you niggas stay cut. We be some tank dogs, and we ain't running. Tank dog, we them tank dog niggas, we a tank dog. We be them tank dog niggas, we a tank dog. We them tank dog niggas, we a tank dog. We be them tank dog niggas, we a tank dog. We them tank dog niggas, we a tank dog. We them tank dog niggas, we a tank dog. We them tank dog niggas, we a tank dog. We them tank dog niggas. Wasn't out beyond being for years. Mama get insurance on your kid. I wasn't supposed to see 1-6 out of that fix. All the niggas that take ass feet with. The young killers I'm a spinner. It's all I see with. I get the feet big and grip. And camouflage in my sick. $50 on my story bit. I want warrior style bitch. Ignore my house style shit. On a small spur grip. Quoted, I spoke and take dogs. Make my heart slurs quick. Got the nerve to bullshit. Expected. Usual niggas. CRU gang affiliated with 2 more niggas. When we score niggas. Never just marijuana. Roam by the home. Coquiana. From mama drama. Chase blood like a piranha. Sleepy out the black ganja. Left your neighborhood burning in flames. Just for a reminder. Kind of horse failed in the war. That was segregated. Tank dogs and all hogs. Guess why I was initiated? Tank dogs. We them tank dog niggas. We a tank dogs. We them tank dog niggas. We a tank dog. We them tank dog niggas. We a tank dog. We them tank dog niggas.
How are you doing today, Mr. Shawn Galmore? Thank you for joining us today. We appreciate it.
Oh, thank you. For real, for real. What's good with it?
Hey man, just happy to have a living legend on. We should have been did this a while ago, man. But hey, it's better late than never.
Yeah. And look, is me and my brother Kurt Platter. He the other half.
Okay, Kurt Platter. I'm sorry about that.
Oh yeah, no. You good. He around. He favorite. He with everything, knows everything, but it's like cash money. I'm baby. He slim.
Right. He the man. He the man behind the curtain.
It's
He the ghost behind the door.
Definitely.
So how did you get started off in dog? Is it the typical story where you started off with game dogs with the pit bulls?
Pretty much, but kind of different for me because my grandfather. People heard this time and time again. He probably was probably one of the most influential African American with the game dogs in New Orleans from I say from New Orleans to Lafayette. And so when I was 3, 4, going on 5 years old, I was already going to, matches and stuff like that, watching them roll, watching them and keep seeing the handwritten pedigrees, just learning it from hands on, learning how to breed, trial and error. Seeing my grandpa dogs lose, seeing him and Mr. Boudreaux kind of like talk of like what happened when it was bad and why it happened when it was good. You know what I'm saying? So I had no choice. And then as got older, I always knew the game part of it. wound up in the military, came back, wound up doing a Westpac in San Diego. Then I came to Virginia, wound up getting introduced to Dave through Shawn Jackson and a guy, a friend of mine, Irvin Jackson, and seen a different type of dogs. I already knew about the watchdog line, the big kind of game dog lines where we used to hunt hogs and stuff, and then I seen these dogs, a little smaller, but very correct dogs, and it just clicked in. Like, man, you know what? This is the direction I want to go. Game dogs, it hurt when your dog lose. You know what I'm saying? But to me, the only true way to learn dogs is to come in through that game way, because that's the real way of breeding. When your dog don't have something, you need to add something. That's what they need a bite. He got to know how to wrestle. You go and find that trait, that dog with that trait that know how to wrestle. He know how to move. He got win. He dead game. You add stuff into your line. So it teaches you the proper way how to breed, and you just bring that same element into pit bulls at the time, not a bullies. It's kind of easier with bullies because it's kind of all the stuff already here. You just don't have that drive like you had in the older dogs with these dogs. If you can understand me.
Yeah, I definitely understand that these dogs are more laid back
Definitely.
breed, more chill breed.
Yeah.
So, so what? How did you move on from? You moved on from game dogs to American bullies. So, how did you start with the American bullies? How did you get your first dog, and how did you get into the game?
Probably how we started with I want to say American Bully, because we started with the how we transcended from the game pit to the show pit was probably when I when we came to Virginia in '98, and that's when the shows had just started getting big for us with UKC, because originally on the West Coast was like you had Pam Carter, you had the Sierra line, you had the Gap Sierra stuff, and then at that time I forgot that dog name, man, but he was like the number one dog in the country. And I think Dave had just came with Knuckles, and Knuckles beat him. And then that kind of start transcending stuff from the West Coast to the Southeast, to the East Coast, as far as dogs. And the dogs still had a kind of like a little gaming temperament, but not as much. But you can do a little bit more with them. You can bring them out in the public. They were bigger. They had prettier colors at the time. Blue was rare. Blue dog was like rare at the time. You can bring them out in the public. You can walk with them longer. You could kind of just do more with them with more people around and more other dogs around than with a game dog. When you take them out of keep and they see something, let's go. You know,
Right.
so it's the temperament was much better too. And so then as we start transcending, we started getting like it is now. We started getting more involved in bigger dogs, more muscle bound dogs than the game dog, like bigger bone. So you started breeding big to big, bigger dogs to bigger dogs, and as time went on, when I think it was 98, 99, we went to a show in North Carolina. I think we was trying to camp champion Cairo out, and the judge was like, he's too big, he's overdone, right? And I had a big old dog named Brian Down. He's still kind of mostly kind of game. He's a hog dog. They like I couldn't even bring him in the arena for real. And so once we couldn't champion Cairo out, we just like, man, when I'm going back to Dave's house, I'm like, man, they kind of faulting us because our dogs are bigger, more pronounced. They just a little bit more bullier than what they like. And then that's when the name came out. That was '98, and then rest history after that. Then probably we start as I moved back home to New Orleans. We start seeing things were different for us, right? For African Americans, and so I had Remy, Platinum, Cecil, and some other guys I got close with. A guy named Paul from Master P Kennels. He had just bought a female named Steele from a guy named Ty's from Chesapeake, Virginia. And me and Kurt had, we was doing our thing on the streets. we was doing our thing on from Baltimore, New Orleans. So you put them two together, you already know. So we start doing that, and then Kurt was kind of cool with Dave. Wound up getting short shot from Dave at 8 months. Then we got Diamond, and I'm like, man. So we just started talking because, truly speaking, nobody would deal with us at the time. The racism was really bad. Nobody would deal with us. I'm like, you know what? We
It was
got
just you and your brother at the time.
and Paul from Master P
All right.
Kennels,
Yep.
and so Paul came last, and then so went to Kurt, and then went to Paul. I'm like, you know what, bro? Be honest with you, really don't need nobody because we got everything we need right here. Between us, we got the best females in this Razor Dash line, and so we wind up. Originally, it was called Big Block Kennels, but somebody in Texas had took the name. So then I was with No Limit, uh, doing the music thing. C was heavily involved, and he had True Records, and then TrueTank Kennels, True Records, TrueTank Kennels, and that's how it came about. And then we start. I putting dolls together was simple to me. So then the first kind of dolls we made was we did Cairo and Onyx, right? That was a Cairo mail to Mr. I think I forgot the dog name. Onyx's grandfather was I think was Junior. Yeah, it was Junior. Then Junior came off Mr. Brooks, and Mr. Brooks is Pattinson's dad. That's Cairo mom at the time. So just start putting it together, seeing how everything worked, and then later on, as we start getting more developed, short shots start getting older. I'm like, man, and we wind up doing him with Diamond the second time. They did it the first time, and we seen what it produced. And then what we did with short shot, we found out what he could and what he couldn't go to. And then that's when we start developing combos. A combo to us is dogs that you're gonna put two dogs together that's gonna produce a certain looking dog and it's gonna carry on from generation to generation to generation.
Y'all
And
was creating strains. Y'all was creating strains.
exactly. And then Short Shot Diamond was the first one. So then Cairo, he was mature at this time, probably by like 100 pounds. So at first we tried a short shot male to a Cairo daughter. It didn't work. Terrible. Didn't like it. I said, you know what? Talking to Chris, I said, man, we probably gotta do the reverse because Short Shot was like the true. When we say bully, that name Bully, he was more bullier than Cairo. He was more girthier, right? And then but Cairo was bigger with a lot more muscle and bone. I said maybe we need to take the hard male to the girthy male. So and the girthy male wound up being transitioning to short shot females. And from that short shot and Cairo combo, or Cairo and short shot, however you put it, that's where the Rock and Rubies came from. That's where the Neuro in Paradise, the Kai and Sense, and everything that people hear about, the Pee Wees, which was big with Rashad and the Muscle Tone stuff, the Pacos behind everything. That's where it came from the original strain of Short Shot and Diamond. And then we later, from Short Shot and Diamond to Cairo male, Short Shot female. But see, people don't realize Diamond, she's off of Keena Claudio. That's Cairo's Little May sister, bred to Short Shot. You know what I'm saying? So it's just it's a line breeding off of Razor Ash, and then we just took it and went a different way from what Dave did. We took the Razor Ash line and kind of bred how we wanted and made a different look with it. And that's what I think me and Eli was talking today because I put the cowboy and the sky breeding up, and he put a post up online, and he explained in his way, and he texted me. He said, "Was I wrong?" I'm like, "No, that's the beautiful thing about breeding, because see how I look at those two dogs." You see it different. There's no right and wrong way. It's all about your concept. What you did was come up with a concept that you see in the pedigree that you want to breed upon. Now, it may work, it may not work. I say what I did, I breed off genetics, like I always say all the time. So, and combos. So, like I explained to him, so you take Sky, Cowboy, and Sky, and then we got Oscar and Lux, right? keep in mind, Cowboy and Oscar are Little Mate brothers. Lux and Sky are not related as far as parents wise, right? But what I did was, if you look at the both bottom of the pedigree, the bottom is the exact same. So in essence, I made my in and out. My
Right.
in, my in is the stuff that you have in common. My out is so I don't be so tight on my in. But I took Little Mate brothers to where it's still, and this is the part that people gotta catch with Cowboy and Oscar. They're full blood Little Mate brothers, right? But genetic wise, they take different sides, right? But one, people mess with Oscar because his fronts. Cowboy don't have the front problem, but then he's not as extreme as Oscar. So what I did was I took one brother and covered the other brother. So where Cowboy not extreme as Oscar, Oscar gonna make the pups a little more extreme. And then Cowboy will make the Oscar part a little more straight on the fronts. And then all the dogs will look the same. They all gonna be girth, they all gonna have mass, they all gonna have bone. So, and I still got enough out, still got enough in to where it won't be so tight. And that's how you keep stuff and get rid of stuff. So, man, that's line breed. That's true line breed.
So y'all went from basically the outcast of the bully community, or the blacklisted in the bully community, to basically creating the foundation of the American bully.
Pretty much, a lot of people don't like to admit it, but yeah, pretty much we had, we had a good bit. If Dave didn't make it, we made it. I'm not gonna take total credit, but we were just as big as anybody else. If it didn't come through the Ash way, it came through the TrueTank way, the TrueTank Ash way, what we call it. And and the thing about it is, at that time, I had long braids. I had 12 goals in my mouth. I was on the streets. I'm whatever, about whatever. Not none of this gray hair. So we was like, we was different. People didn't expect when they seen us, they seen the dogs. We didn't match the production. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We didn't match the way we looked. Like we wasn't intelligent enough to make these dogs, but not knowing the background. You know, we come up in the mud through this. Like we didn't read a book.
Right.
Like we didn't get taught a book. We didn't go on YouTube and see everything. Like we kind of witnessed it, and then being at the very beginning, I seen all the real Ash dogs and how they really look into the concept. And then I seen the stuff that I didn't like that Dave and a few other Ash breeders were doing at the time. I didn't take it. But some of the stuff I did like, I kept it with me and I just enhanced it. Like I ain't gonna say but me and Kurt enhanced it and stuff like that. And the common and the main fact we had was Shawn Shot. Like he can produce with any female. And we wasn't gonna put him with nothing that was that he didn't go with. Like, you can't, you kind of got to hide a dog weaknesses. You can't, to me, if you know a dog got a flaw or weakness somewhere, then why breed to it? So only breed to its strengths. And then if it's a weakness, that female got to cover that weakness. So you would never see in the puppies. Some guys just breed to breed. They're going to look at the name on the pedigree and just breed. They don't actually read or research or do any true R&D. They just see, oh, such and such, such and such, let's throw it together. And that's even with the well-known guys today. Like when I look at them, there's no skill in today's breeding because everything is already there. Like we used to breed for a head shape. We had to sculpt a head shape from game dogs, long Pizza Hut mugs. We had to make a flat face. You know what I'm saying? It took skill. We had to add shoulders. We had to put bone. We had to make girth. Today, with the bulldog element, is different. Today, I think the biggest challenge is probably putting shoulders, um, a
In the
more
rear.
broader rear. Yeah, more broader rear. Uh, Probably with the bulldog, the fronts will be easty westy, real bad. Uh, Stuff like that, and kind of more health issues, probably because of the stuff that comes with that breed, and then you add into another breed that's mixed with 6 breeds.
Right. So how have you evolved from the old school to now the present time? What are you doing now?
Easy. Like I tell people, one thing about a real true dog, man, he can evolve because he always gonna take what he likes and add to it or enhance it, right? So the only thing I did, our foundation was always big. Like Short Shot and Diamond threw the biggest dogs. We had 110-pound dogs, we had 90-pound dogs, we had like all different sizes, right? And then we didn't have the super health issues. So that was a solid foundation. That Short Shine Diamond is a true size foundation, right? So with these dogs, I looked at where we was at. So comparing the pit bulls to the bullies, first of all, the size difference is not that much as far as weight, but density, bone, and girth is a big difference. And you know, where Cairo was 20 inches, 21 inches at 100 pounds, you take a dog like Shamrock, Samson, they're 18 inches. Just maybe a bigger head, but they 3-4 inches shorter. That's the difference. So only thing that we did was we wanted to enhance our look. So I just started different with this rip right here. So I found a traditional bully that I like first because you gotta get that. The first thing you want to do is start with healthy dogs, right? You gotta start with a healthy dog. You gotta start with a temperament sound dog, a fundamental sound dog, right? Your foundation gotta be straight. So just in case when you add the new stuff, you mess up, you can always go back and breed it out. And but you can't start with unhealthy going to unhealthy. So you gotta start your foundation all right. So I started off with Maximus. We started off with Maximus. And then from Maximus, we started evolving more and more and more into certain dogs just adding pieces. So the only thing, so Max 108 pounds, traditional looking bully, not no Rocco, not no Magoo, not none of those dogs, right? But just as big, just as impressive, but a different type. So he didn't have the bone density of those other dogs, right? But he had the raw, just weight and size. So we take that 108 pounds from him, we take his bone off, take his legs off, we add more size to it just to cover it with Shamrock. Okay, so then now we take that. Now we put Rocco bone on the front. Rocco bone. Rocco got a rear. Whatever. You take. Just give me an example. We'll take Rocco bone and put on it, breed something like that. Then we'll come back with the muscle tone. Muscle tone to me, probably for what we like as far as the stream dogs, are probably the best. Right. So it's a debate going back and forth. A lot of people don't. Some people don't like it, but you gotta know how to breed it. So I found a part of muscle tone that fits what we like to do, and it was happened to be TrueTank dogs in the back of it, right? So the only thing I did, I'm not gonna put no names. I don't want to give our concept away. So anything that had this dog in it that was muscle tone, we bred it, and then we doubled on it, right? And then we tripled on it. But then we always kept the Maximus as the other side of that triple and that double. So we still kept that clean side with it, and then now we add the new parts. Clean side, double on the new part. Clean side, triple on the new part. And then now we get the Oscar. So we look at Oscar pad, he's top and bottom muscle tone, but then he got another part of in his pad that's different. So then we take that part, add to this clean part. Then we took another part with Oscar Brother Cowboy, bred to the clean side. So then we take those puppies, breed together. So now we got the two litter-mate brothers, but genetically they're different, but blood-wise they're the same. But behind them is all our old TrueTank stuff. So then we took that stuff, bred back to the clean stuff, which is TrueTank stuff too, just updated, right? And then now you see how the blood, if you kind of understand what I'm saying, the blood kind of transcended, and none of these dogs will look like muscle tone dogs. You know what I'm saying? They'll have features from it, but they won't look like it. It's gonna look like our dogs enhanced because of how we bred this and the parts that we took. We didn't take all the muscle tone. We took a certain part that had our stuff behind it that I seen. And that's where the breeder part comes in. Everybody can't do that. Everybody can't selectively breed. Everybody don't know how to eliminate dogs in the pad to where they breed specifically on this one gene and pull it. It don't take 8 years no more. It used to take 8 years. Now I think I got like 22 breeds up there. So it took us like 3.5 years. 3.5 years, you know what I'm saying? Like you seen Lux, right?
Mm-hmm.
Her daughter having puppies on the 28th for Oscar. And Lux is bred to Oscar right now. You know. And then we made from the mom all the way down and we got grandkids off those dogs. It don't take that long. So and then all these dogs are bred the same way, same concept. You know, the look doesn't change. So some people might understand what I'm saying. It might be over some people's head, but selectively breeding and breeding off genetics, it kind of speeds everything up instead of just throwing two dogs together because they have the same name. It got to be a certain dog, and then you got to have a concept. Your concept is the key in what you want to do. Like you was talking about your Rough Star breed, like that. You got the concept behind it, When I
Yeah,
when we was
yeah,
talking,
it definitely got to be a concept behind your breed. It can't
yeah.
just be for no reason or just
Oh,
because, like you said, the names match up in the pedigree. Because you don't know what pairs go with what. You don't know what pairs create. Uh, you don't know if this breeding in your pedigree actually failed and they had to go back and double back around and fix it to get the dog that they have right now. So yeah, it takes some research into what you're breeding to.
well, you got to think about it. That's used like Brim for example, right? So Golden Child comes off of Rim, right? Rim comes off of Rim 2, right? But then if you breed, say if you breed one of those dogs back to Rocco, right? It's gonna look totally, completely different because genetic wise, Brim don't take after Rocco. He takes more after Chomper. If you see what I'm saying?
Right.
Golden Child, though more kind of like in his how they look, but he comes from Grim too. Not saying his eye look, I mean the dogs are shorter, thicker. Well, not I ain't gonna say thicker, but they shorter. They move a little bit different. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But Golden Child and Brim are brothers, come from the same dad. Moms are different, but the essence of the blood is still the same. But if you breed those dogs a certain way, it won't hit. And then you then you add zero. All three different looking dogs, but got the same dog behind them. Grim is behind zero too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Don't look nothing like the other two, and then the other two don't look nothing like each other. So you can have the same blood. It's all about how you mix it up. And then if you go too tight on one thing, you kind of put yourself in a corner. So you gotta have your out while you have your in. So if and so all this gotta come up while you putting the breeding together. While you come up with the concept. I don't want to be too tight, but I don't want to be too loose neither.
Right. But you damn sure want to have everything sewed up on the back end. But you want
Yeah.
to you want to have it sewed up on the back end and loose on the front, or sewed up on the front end and loose on the back so you
It
can have a
all
way out.
Yeah, it all depends. And like with the short shot, with the Cairo and the short shot combo, it was more tight on the males because the males we couldn't go a short shot male to a Cairo female. It didn't work. So we had to go like give you an example with Paco, right? Everybody like love Paco. So when we came up with the Paco breed, we didn't. That's the only breeding I can say that the Cairo male was in there, but
Thank you so much.
also, also, it was more Paradise and Viagra that made us do that breeding. You know what I'm saying? And then they had a common denominator, but Viagra still came from Paddington, and Paddington is who? Cairo mom. So genetic wise, and then Cairo takes more after Paddington. That's why you see the foreign dogs behind Lil Rowe and Cairo. You know what I'm saying? When you got to the pocket stuff, you threw a bunch of foreign dogs. And then when you get the Tox, the little man brother, he threw all Brindle.
Hey, do you
But
know how much game you spit in within 35 minutes? I think you spit more game than any guest that I actually had on this show. That you spit more breeding game than any guest that I've had on this show. I'm talking about straight specific ingredients and instructions on how to get the dogs that the dogs that you want to get. And man, this is amazing because this is you're spitting straight history and you're spitting education at the same time. And this is master breeding at its best. If y'all are listening, man, this is master breeding at its best, man.
Right, and so I appreciate that. And so then that was the concept of Paco. That's why you only seen one of them. You never seen no more of them because the concept stayed with us at TrueTank, right? And then so you take that same concept and people ask me why. Brian might get mad with me for this. Brian they say why you got so many Oscar breeds. I say how many dogs in the world are like Oscar? Now, I'm not talking about what you see on paper, what you see on the net, or what you. I mean, really, truly, how many dogs in the world like him? There's only one. There's only one. His grandfather on the bottom side. They freaks of nature. Like Oscar, I could deal with them fronts because I can fix it. Oscar truly under 15 inches, 90 something pounds with a 27-inch myotape head, right? He's under 14 inches. People say, what about the other dog? He's under 15 inches, I meant to say. He's under 15 inches. You know, and that's what we talking about with a 27-inch head. Everybody say they got them 26-inch heads, but them dogs are about 16 inches. And the only dog that's a freak like him is his grandfather, which Shawn never brings out, I guess, because his temperament, Nemesis. Nemesis is like 16 inches, but that dog 120 pounds. They freaks of nature. So I didn't want Nemesis, but I wanted something from Nemesis, right? And I'm not going to pay the $7,500. I'm not going to lie to you. But I can take Oscar and reproduce a better version of Nemesis. Because genetic-wise, that's what he takes. Right? And I don't need Nemesis everything about what I'm saying. So what people talk about on Oscar, his fronts, right? You ever see Nemesis fronts?
Mm-hmm.
They're exactly the same. But they both freak dogs though. So it's like it's something that you kind of deal with that you fix. And Rashad is a good breeder, so he know what he's doing. But I don't blame him for not getting rid of those dogs because when you got those freak dogs, you find a way to make it work. That's what a breeder does. He makes it work. No dog is perfect, but you can make a better dog than that dog, right? If you breed it the proper way, but you gotta know how to breed the proper way. And that's the problem with today's generation. A lot of people don't know how to breed the proper way. That's like with the OG thing I was telling you about.
The OGs versus the new school.
It wouldn't be a contest to be honest with you. It would. So I seen that it would. I'm not trying to be biased, but give us the same. Come on, dog. Give us these dogs. Come on, everybody about to see what's about to happen right now. Dave got an Oscar breeding. Dave is breeding. We about to drop Oscar pups, like, for real. You know? And there's a couple of factors. It's a couple of factors. First of all, depends on who the new guy is and who the supposedly OG is, right? So if you take a new guy with no name, with no credibility, and go against, let's just say, let's not even go like Dave or Oscar, somebody like Oscar, right? Gomez, right? You know his shit. Oscar got his own look, his own everything, right? First of all, credibility, Oscar gonna get more people on his side just from that alone, right? Second, Oscar probably gonna have the better dog to breed with. You know, so that's why I say it depends on who that new guy is and who that OG is.
And he'll have more reach. He'll be able to go to so many other people just because of the credibility that he has. And definitely have the heads up on.
And he got more blood to touch. Unless you are a rich new guy, that's gonna be that's gonna be Mike Tyson, Michael Spinks part 2. It's gonna be hard. That's gonna be Tavern Crawford and Earl Spence. That's gonna be hard.
Right.
Oh, so
I'm part.
Lee.
I guess I'll be part of the. I guess I'll be part of the new school breeders, man.
Well, to me, y'all in the middle because y'all been around for a minute. So when they say new, that's why I wonder like what new guy, like a new guy and like an old new guy, like
I've been around since 2000, 2014,
yeah.
2015.
See, to me, that's 10 years. That's a good bit. That's
Right.
enough to know ins and outs. That's enough to know something. And you got a dog with a name.
My first breeding, like I know, this is my first breeding. I produced the at the time she was the third youngest female grand champion in ABKC history.
Oh, okay.
So and she grand champed at 13 months. So that's a
Dang,
hard thing to do for a female in the ABKC, man.
it is. It is. It is too. And one thing I do like about now, you brought up the shows are more important now. Somebody did bring it up. Back then, the shows weren't as important because, excuse me, UKC was not picking our dogs anyway. So we went straight to making bulls. And but when we bred dogs that can compete with UKC. Like, you could have took Paco and champion him out in UKC. I'd
Right. He
easily,
was overdone, basically. They would have said he's overdone.
well, not Paco.
Not Paco, the other dog you was talking
Oh
about,
yeah, yeah. Cairo, all them like
Cairo.
F was Cairo was way overdone. Short shot was overdone. Like anything over 70 pounds was overdone. Like Toxic could have championed out maybe, but he probably been too big. That's Paco Little Mate brother. Our females are down there just as big as the males, so like they were just too big. But with ABKC and the other registries, they perfect. They're
Right.
perfect. Because it's a bully registry. So but the shows are one thing that's much better today. I'll be at my first nationals on the second, so it's gonna be. I'm kind of curious to see how it's gonna feel looking at all these dogs, these different type of dogs.
If it's gonna spark something. Definitely it's gonna spark
Oh
something.
yeah, it lets you know where you at, how far, or if you're right there. Especially like with me, I'm competitive, so and then like people still don't know who TrueTank is. Like a lot of people, like guys who've been breeding like a year, 2 years, 3 years, some maybe five. So we kind of curious to show through our work who we are and how we breed and how we put stuff together in our concept and how our dogs are different from everybody else's dogs. And we can have the same name in the pad, but them dogs won't look nothing alike.
So somebody asked the question. They said no disrespect, but if you a master breeder, why didn't you create Oscar and not just talk about how he was made?
Why didn't I create Oscar?
I don't know that. I don't know the question. I don't understand. But y'all
Oh,
created
you mean
Cairo.
say why didn't I create a dog like Oscar?
Yes.
I don't. I don't even understand that question.
Me neither. It's kind of weird. I'm like trying to.
I'm actually using Oscar to create dogs, but I don't. Why didn't I? I'm thinking, saying, why didn't I make a dog like Oscar? I mean, it's always the goal to make the ultimate extreme dog in our mind.
Well, I guess another Oscar. That's probably what he meant to say. Why didn't you make another Oscar? Why didn't you create
Mm,
another one? Did you breed? You created Oscar?
no, Brian created Oscar. Yeah, at the time and then the thing about it is probably I don't think he heard the first part of the conversation to where he said we just started coming back like 4 years ago.
Right.
And you had to start off with this our foundation and stuff like that, and then now we're on the last part of the muscle tone part, which is Oscar and Cowboy and all them. But if you look at the post, you go to the True Tank board, you'll see that every dog going to Oscar, we produce. So the concept I'm telling you about is the same as what we're doing. The same thing we did back then is what we're doing now. We're not taking him to Rocco females or muscle tone females. We're taking them to True Tank produced females. Dogs that we made ourselves from ground up with no name.
Right.
hmm Like,
Was Menaces as wide as Oscar?
no. Just totally different eras. Totally different dogs. He was probably But see, that's what I tell people. He's a different type of freak, and I had to check myself on this too because I used to say, man, you know what, such and such and such. But for each era going, it's going to be a different type dog, and then when that era changes, it's kind of going, things are going to evolve. You know what I'm saying? Like they didn't have an Oscar 3 years ago. They had Brim. Can Brim get next to Oscar? No, they just totally different dogs. And I'm pretty sure they're gonna have a dog that's gonna probably put Oscar. You know what I'm saying? It evolves like Michael Jordan and Brian James, 6'6" point guard to a guy 6'9" who can do everything. You know, you don't even see a center anymore. You know what I'm saying? So breeding change and stuff like that. So I mean, I'm hoping that's what he was asking me. I hope it wasn't kind of being like whatever. But as far as why didn't I create Oscar, mm-hmm. We using them though. Hey, God bless us. We got it.
Right.
We using them and his brothers too, for real.
That's so. How do you feel about today's new breeders? Can you? I know you didn't get in depth. Yeah, I know you said you'll basically bust their heads open when it comes to this new school versus old school. But
Yeah,
how
they
do you
don't.
feel about but besides them not doing much research, how do you feel about the new school breeders and what advice would you give them as far as the direction to go?
Man, to me with the new guys, and especially like I tell my guys in the group, it's like man, listen first. Like don't just hear somebody like kind of listen, get educated first, right? Research is the whole key. And if you research properly and learn the ins and outs of each dog and the essence of each dog, because each dog is different. People often today they breed more off of blood, right? But from time, from the beginning of time to now, like all these superstar dogs got litter mate brothers, but they don't make the same dog. Why? But they're exactly the same blood, right?
Right.
Yeah. So it's like learn why. Learn why. What's the difference besides the breeder behind it? And then even with the breeder behind it, like today's guys mostly just do stud deals. Like the guys with the top males, most of their production, with probably the exception of Shawn and Khan, maybe Sam, is people pick their stud. Like they didn't put a breeding together. So when the guy who owned the dog can't really educate you, then how the people who trying to learn how to breed the dog gonna get educated? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because they truly don't know how to breed their own dog. People are picking their dog for them, whereas us, we had to have a yard 6, 7, 8 dogs deep, and we had to breed our own dog. And that's not a slight of talking crap. That's just the way time is today, and that's why I say it'll be hard for a new guy to beat an OG, a real OG that got experience, time. He can take blood, dissect it, look at it, and within 2 months, he got pups on the ground. And then within a year, those pups are crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Um, Chuck Charles said on that topic they carry different traits within the same gene pool in my opinion.
Yeah, you're right. Exactly.
And
Yeah.
Holly Reese says, "Do you believe the breed has changed between Paco, Remy, Denzel, and to the dogs today?"
Yeah, it definitely changed. It definitely changed. And just like, I mean, those dogs were great for the era, right? But just as far as temperament wise, Remy was aggressive as shit. Like if you put another dog next to Remy, he would hit something. I really didn't know Denzel too much because that's when I kind of was taking a break. As far as Paco probably maybe compared with more dogs today because of how short and compact he was. But as far as bone and thickness and girth, that's the big difference. Like damn, like y'all see the old pictures. They look like they look like they long legged, but Paco was not tall. But compared to some of these other dogs, they're tall. And keep in mind, we talking about Oscar. Oscar is 4 inches shorter than Paco. That's crazy, huh? But he's 92 pounds.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? And it's not hard to say the difference. The difference is the bulldog element. So that's the big difference. And a dog like Maximus and Shamrock and Rocco, you know, back in the that's the height that how tall was Rocco? Like 19 inches?
Yeah, around that.
And how big he was. How big is he?
Like
Like,
he's about 100, about 100,
Rocco?
90 to 100. Rocco, yeah.
Yeah, so you gotta think. So and he's 18, 19 inches. You know, that's Pac on them height.
Mm.
That's not tall. Like Real Row was 18 inches.
Smooth also says, how many breedings do you have with Oscar?
Mm, truly, I got 12.
12. And Holly, the standard hasn't changed since 2014. It's just being upheld more. If you look at the standard, what created the standard, I'm gonna have a guest on in a couple of weeks that was doing combat the kennel that was actually doing the first combinations with Razor's Edge blood and uh uh Gotti line.
Right.
Gotti line blood, which is cutthroat kennels. They were doing things that other breeders were crossing the line. It was either you was either breeding Razor's Edge, or you was breeding
Yeah,
that Gotti line stuff. And nobody, it was a picket line, and nobody was crossing that. And cutthroat kennels, what it was like, fuck that, we're crossing that line, and we're gonna do that, and basically created the what the American bully concept is now. So
Who's cutthroat?
cutthroat.
Corrupt. Corrupt. Yeah. Corrupt. Yeah, that's Herm. Yeah. I say I say I say corrupt is probably like the first Edge Gotti mix that kind of hit big. They actually done it a couple of times. Rodney from New Trojan Kennels. He bred Cairo. That's how Piggy was made. He bred who was it? He bred Piggy. Piggy comes off Cairo and Piggy made Rock. Cairo and Piggy made Rock. So and then Piggy comes off of Monster G to Raina. Raina was Cairo and I want to say Little Mix with Hennessy. Cairo and Tiki. Cairo and Tiki. So they've been doing it, and that was before Corrupt right there, right? But Corrupt was made on, I think, I'm not sure if Corrupt was made on the West Coast and the Midwest, but Corrupt was the first one that people started noticing. That dog was huge. He was wide, about 103 pounds. So he the first one that got noticed, but they was doing it before. And if you look at Rodney from New Trojan, he don't get a lot of credit, but look at the markings. Look at Monster G markings with the cloud white, the sable black, the markings, Rolex and strike and all them. That's the markings of the dogs today. No, that's
I'm
the
be
mark.
interviewing John Certeza.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was part of Cutthroat Kennels. That was
Yeah. It was three, and they had King Saber and all them dogs and stuff too.
right. And I'm glad I can get back to talking to people like y'all, because y'all are the true foundation of what we have now. And all actuality, the only way we're gonna understand and move forward correctly with this breed is if we all create an alliance with each other, the new school and
Exactly.
the old school. It shouldn't be old school and new school versus new school and old school. It shouldn't be that shit. It should be us together creating that bridge with old school and new school to advance this breed and to make it the best breed in the world.
And I think the old school, new school, like just kind of start firing up recently because I talked to most every guy I talk to is young. So it's like, and they with it. So it depends on who you meet. And you got some older guys that just kind of don't want to let go, don't want to let go. And but I say to those older guys, like, man, like people want to see y'all make a dog. So y'all saying this is unhealthy, but this should look like this. This is bully. Okay, show people because you can talk about it, but ain't nothing like showing somebody. And then once you show it, you can explain why you're showing it. Just like the guy came in with the first question. We actually breeding our own produced females. Like I produce Lux. produce all the dogs that's going to Oscar. Like we actually produce them. People want to see it. So if you saying that this dog was bullied, all right, show it. And it's that old blood is easy to get. It ain't hard. I got like 400 short shine diamond shits around here now. You know what I'm saying? It's easy to get if you want to do that, but it seems like it's just more behind it. Like that's a cover up just to kind of, with some of them, because they don't have it, they don't have access to it. Maybe they can't get the stuff that people get now. You know, it seems like it's just more to it to me. You know, because if you can say what people want, you can say what's right and wrong. You should be able to show people. To me, you measure by your productions. You measure by what you do and not what you say.
Right. So basically, a lot of people also talk so much shit towards the Gotti line blood that they shit into a corner where they can't really use the blood now, because if they use the blood, they look like a big ass hypocrite.
Well,
So
pretty
right,
much.
right.
Yeah.
So and I think real breeders are are chance and risk takers at the same time. They don't just
You have to be.
right, because I call these breeder. They look at two healthy dogs, or what I mean by healthy, they look at oh, this dog got Easty Westy. You never breed to the well, if you have a foundation laid down with good fronts, then and this dog has everything else that you wanted, and you know he's throwing it, then why not breed to that dog and see what you can produce with that dog?
And
A lot.
then,
Mhm.
not to cut you off, but then as a breeder, real breeder, that's what I know. Me, I like to do stuff that people don't do. We did a breeding with my little brother Craig, and when I was in Sacramento, we did a breeding with Freak Show and Toddy. They had the MSN boards at the time. 5,000 people said do not breed Freak Show. He don't produce himself, right? And I looked at, I ain't gonna say I looked at all 5,000, but I looked at everybody. When you talk, especially with me, I may not say nothing because I don't bash people, but I do go and look at your body of work. I do go and look and see what you got going on, what you're doing, right? So when I seen the people say it, it was mostly because what they seen somebody else do, so which is an insult to me. So we wound up doing the freak show in Toddy, and guess what actually come out of that freak show in Toddy? Not Toddy, freak show in Danger, Heat Wave.
Mm.
The one of the signs of Heat Wave come out of it. You know, and then we made, and then the other side come out of it was where people don't know this dog jingle and all this, you know, some stuff like this. Like we made some great dogs from that. But if it wouldn't have been for that freak show and danger stuff, there would be no heat wave. You know, there would be no heat wave. There were, and then I don't know how many people have that part in their pedigree. A few people. I know the lady in Oklahoma is big with her. That's her dog. She produced. You know what I'm saying? She love
What
it.
color what color was Heat Wave?
He Heat Wave. He's still living. That's the lady Ash dog. He's a lilac. We made Heat Wave mom. Same
Uh
like Freak Show was a lilac too. At the time, we only seen that color on Camacho. Then when Freak Show came about, he was a lilac. I'm like, man, we used to call it like a some type of fawn, but then they start calling it lilac and stuff like that. So, and there's so many colors out there. It's crazy. Yeah, yeah. Look at that. And that came from a no-name breed that we just matched up because we knew what Danger was. She was inbred Lil Row and inbred for Dark. So we had the side that we wanted. And then Freak Show was a freak. He was wide and shit. He just didn't have the bone, but he was super, super wide. So there you go. But you gotta take, if you're a true breeder, you gotta take chances and push and do stuff that other people wouldn't do. You know, it's called breeder separation. You know what I'm saying? For real, we all was the same. Everybody be on the same level. And you know, and that's why guys like Kyle Shaw, they sitting there with Colosso and they sitting there with dogs like Cone. And you know, they do things that other people didn't do, you know.
They're risk takers. That makes the Michael Jordans, that makes the Kobe Bryants, that
Mhm.
makes the best fighters and the best athletes and best actually businessmen and businesswomen in the world. Is they're
Mhm.
risk takers. They don't follow that line that everybody's taking. They
Make
go
their
off
own.
the beaten path and they create their own lane.
Yep. In a better word, and we've been saying this, and even my grandfather, you truly learn through trial and error. You truly learn through trial and error. You know what I'm saying? For
Right.
real. Then and the error could help you more than you actually being successful with. And like given the case with us, with Buck and the Quarter. Buck and the Quarter was probably short shot. I ain't gonna say his best son, but his probably to us his best son, right? And he came from short shot and steel. And the trial and error part was we did a breeding with short shot and platinum. Platinum came from Knuckles and Steel, but they came out too small. And so me and Kurt was talking, we're like, man, Short Shot 90 pounds. How we got these small ass puppies? So me, it bothers me. I go back to thinking, I'm looking at all the dogs in the equation where platinum comes. You know, you got Steel behind platinum, that's a big ass dog, but you still got Knuckles as a father. Knuckles downsized the breed. So then we eliminated Knuckles, took Short Shot straight to Steel. What we got? We got a 110-pound monster with a 26.5-inch head.
Mm.
Bam. And trial and error. It's like, man, but you have to think and do your research, you know, and knowing bloodlines and stuff like that. So Steel came from at the time, was it Mad? It was, I think it was Mad Latin, but the original blood is Steel City. Watchdog and Ruffian mixed together. Steel City dogs, like Blue Brindle dogs and stuff like that. They had a dog named Hurricane who was probably the first Remy. He died too early. He was also probably the best dog in the country. He died too early.
So how do you feel about the state of the American bully now?
To be honest with you, man, lately I've been feeling a lot better about it because now there's still a few people not on the same page, but for the most part, you got a lot of people on the same page. Like you got myself and Dave, Razor Edge, and True Tank. You know, we've been in eyes for like the last 15, 20 years, but now we kind of swatched to the difference we had. We kind of good, right? So now you got the two real pioneer kennels, right? Plus, Bashard with muscle tone, a lot of people don't like it, but his dogs play a major part. We all get along. And then Khan, he in his own little world, but he's still socialized and kind of, and his dog is breeding all right. So nobody's really beefing with nobody. We all getting along. Now, will everybody be at the same show at the same time? No, but you're going to see a lot of breedings with everybody. You know, and Brian with, you know, with the Oscar, and my man is cool with that, you know what I'm saying? And we know we breed Oscars, we didn't produce them, but you know, we breed them. If he's cool with that, and you got people like Brian have been around for 20 years. And then you got the guys like Eric Soto. His yard crazy.
His yard is nuts. Everything he produced got bone, head. Like he's not playing around.
At all. And guess what? He got a mixture of everything. He got muscle tone and he got kind stuff, right? And he got a dog from everybody. He got a golden child, colossal, the Myers with the muscle tone stuff. Like he got it all. Brian Yard just like that, right? And so I'm breeding directly with him and directly with Brian. And then Dave bred with Brian. Then Brian and Eric doing stuff, you know what I'm saying? And then Eric breeds with Khan. So everybody kind of like on the same page and stuff. And then Tone breeding with, you know, doing some things too. So, you know, he got big things coming up. So for the main part, I think every is gonna be good because now you have the older guys actually blending with the new guys. So it's like they can see us and then we can see them. And the thing about it is a person that don't want to be reached, you ain't gonna reach them. But the ones that do want to be reached, you reach them. So I think it's good. You know, I think it's good. And people just gotta take their personal bias and put to the side. You know, for real. That's the main thing, man. Egos is the biggest thing that makes everything fall back today. Ego is the number one issue.
That's a fact.
Yeah, we gotta put your ego to the side. Like, like everybody want to know something today. Nobody want to learn anything. I'm learning every day because I ain't know none of these dogs when I came back, and I had to learn it. But I know dogs. I know how to adapt and breed. So it just once I seen what I like, it started clicking. And I research and research and research. Okay, that's where it came from. Now, do we have sauce in there somewhere? Who knows? Probably because the dogs are just so different. But we know they got bulldog in them, so that sauce
Right.
is ketchup. Everybody use it. You know, it's
That's a
not
fact.
secret sauce. It's not
Hey,
secret sauce.
but what you say?
Say it's not the secret sauce. It's just ketchup.
It's just
Everybody,
ketchup.
it's just
Ha.
ketchup. Everybody use it. You know what I'm saying?
So tell everybody why you're going to be at nationals this year and to catch up and holla at you.
Probably more or less just to kind of for the first time see what these new dogs look like in person. Second, probably going to be a helping tone judge the extreme class. So that's going to be fun. And how we judge it is going to be completely different. So it's not going to be like a confirmational show. It's going to be like how we did back in the old days. Like the most craziest wild factor dog is going to win. That's we judging off of purity wild factor. So,
And I heard some big hitters are coming too.
oh yeah. So before people start complaining, I'm telling y'all, the widest, most craziest dog is gonna win. Now, I ain't gonna say he's gonna be long as a goddamn aircraft carrier, but but it's the wild factor is important, and that's a fun class. It's fun. That's them crazy dogs. You know what I'm saying? So and it's good for everybody. They got a place for everybody, man. For real. And like people always, and like with those guys that's complaining to me, it's like if I like a clean dog, I like a certain dog, then I'm not gonna promote that dog in this bracket with all these monsters, right? These freak dogs. I'm gonna go find his area. I'm gonna promote him with dogs like him, and then I'm gonna let the freaks go with the freaks and stuff. You can't take this regular dog and put next to this dog, like for real. Like you can't take Paco and put him next to a Brim right now. It's like you got a massive little freak that's bigger head. Excuse me, 3 inches shorter. You're gonna look like what they say a reindeer. Like, well, whoever came up with that, you're gonna look like a reindeer. So this you put to me the dogs that look alike should be in the same class. Now I will say this, and I think we talked about this morning. I do think that if you gotta put a dog in a cart and wheel him around the dog show, that dog should not be allowed. That I wouldn't. That's something that you don't breed. You know what I'm saying? That's something that you don't pass on. I definitely know it's supposed to be American Bully. What comes from American Pit Bull, those dogs can move. They was agile. So these bullies not gonna be as agile as that pit bull, but they're still gonna move. They're
Right.
gonna be able to move. So if you gotta tote your dog in a cart and push him around and stuff like that, no. That dog should not be allowed to compete.
I think that's what surprised a lot of people about Shots Fired because he's such a big ass dog.
Mm-hmm.
98 pounds,
There you go.
95 pounds and 17 and a half inches. And and he moves like a classic dog. He moves properly.
Right.
Man, I want to thank you, man, for taking your time for coming on here, man. And I know you're a busy man, and man, just the amount of wealth of knowledge that you shared today and in the span of time that you have, man, it's very much appreciated. There's so many people in the comments, and I know they appreciate the history as well, and they appreciate the game as well. Is there any last statements that you want to share with the people?
Not really.
Come on, man. You got something. You got a wealth. Come on, you got something for us, man.
Man, really, truly, man. The whole thing that I truly want to see it's like I love it when we all breed because it brings out the best in everybody, right? Like I love friendly competition. I think people need to kind of put the personal to the side and kind of think like what's best. You know what I'm saying? And just find that area, like find what he's fitting in and just go there. Instead of criticizing this one and that one, because if you talking about somebody else that you don't have time to do, kind of create your own yard. You don't have time to do your own breed. You don't have time to make any dogs. Unless you plan on not making dogs and just being a commentator for the rest of your dog life. You know what I'm saying? But to me, we all love these dogs and got to these dogs because we love making these dogs. We love producing. We love, just actually just doing dogs. But it's kind of like in today's world, it's more than just doing dogs now. Like, man, it's like a lot of personal stuff going on. You know what I'm saying? Or why this and why that. Just got to find a way to kind of, make it better. So we put all our grudges aside, and like when I go down there, I think I got like two. I'm doing two seminars, and I'm doing a couple of more interviews, and I'm just gonna make myself available to talk to people, especially young guys that just want to hear it. And hear stories about this and that and that. You know what I'm saying? So kind of like when the older guys got to make themselves available to these young guys too. I will say that, like you don't see the older guys, even like with Dave. Like you gotta come on in and talk more. You can't just come on to do the business part of it. Not saying he does, but give a little back. I know you can't give everything back, but just give a little back to the community as far as just regular conversation.
I had Dave on here a few weeks ago, man, and it was a really good conversation.
Yeah.
We had just got to know him and about that's why I created this platform. I created this platform not to get any fame, not to get because I got a name in the dog community.
Right.
I don't have to do this at all. I could just be breeding. I produce champions. I produce grand champions. I've been all around the country. I bust people ass. I've swept shows. I've taken. People were pissed at me, and I would smile so respectfully in their face and talk so respectfully. And in my heart and in my brain, I'm saying, "Fuck you, eat that shit." You know what I'm saying? I've been there. I've been there.
Nothing wrong with that because that's just being competitive and
friendly. Right. I have a very strong competitive nature.
You don't feel that about the person. Actually,
no, I don't. I don't.
Nothing wrong with. You don't think that we compete like that, like us and these older guys. Like you don't think that we want to produce each other like right now. That we don't know what each other got going on as far as like
right.
when we. Yeah, nah, but we don't hate each other. But none of us are used to losing. And when you used to producing like a certain type of dog and to a certain standard, you know what I'm saying? What you say was good. So yeah, so it's like, but it makes the game better. And like that's what I think the new guys don't have like conversation me and Dave had about a month and a half ago. And he finally admitted, like he said, man, he said, I wasn't worried about y'all because, y'all was using, y'all short shot, I produced them. I said, yeah. He said, hey, Cairo. And he said, okay, so y'all made, we did the Paco thing together. And then you did the heifer. I said, oh, fuck, he didn't come. He said, but then we came back with, I forgot the dog name they made, right? And then he said, but then you made buck and a quarter. He said, y'all made buck and a quarter. He said, goddamn, the motherfuckers got us. Them mother.
Uh oh. What happened, Shawn? You got to jump back out and jump back in, fam. You got to jump back out and jump back in. Something happened. This is why I created this platform, everybody. I say it all the time, man. It's not about me. This ain't about me. This is about all of us. This is about us as a community. Fuck all that drama shit. Fuck all that drama shit. This is the most important part of the game right here. some of us are graced to be able to call some pioneers of the breed anytime they open up when they see you're serious about your program. I can hit up people like Shawn. I can hit up people, so many people, Dave Wilson, I can sit up and talk to. I am blessed, man, with an array of knowledge around me. All of us do. We got to take advantage of it. But like I said, man, this is not about me. You don't have to like me. You don't have to like me. Hold on, let me see. That's probably Shawn right there. Yeah. Hold up. I'm gonna send him the link again. Hold on, y'all. But like I said, man, I do this for the community. I do this for us. I'm gonna let him come back in here and say his last piece, man, because he deserves that respect. You know what I'm saying? That's not how he said, Jabay, you don't like me? I love you, brother. But I want all of us to win. I want all of us to have a fair shot. I don't want to be the man on top by myself. Anybody you find that wants to be the person ahead of you is your slave master. Find a mentor that wants you to go above and beyond, man, that wants you to be better than what he is. They're going to be happy that you had a better breeding than them. But guess what? You giving them the motivation to come back and have a better breeding than that one. That's what we need here. We don't need this kennel to be just on top for 10, 15 years. Nah, we need 10, 15 kennels to be on top for that long. Here we go. All right, man. I was on my soap stool, man, my soapbox real quick.
Mm-hmm.
But so yeah, your closing statements. I can't remember where we was
So
at.
we fed off each other. You know what I'm saying? We
Oh,
fed off each other, and
David,
it's like,
you
and
was
that's
talking
how
about David, how y'all created certain dogs.
just Dave, Cotton Pratt, Devil's Den, a lot of those guys. You know, we just the Gotti people, the original guideline. It was a member, a lot of them. You know, they was coming. We just fed off each other, and then we know we used each other as fuel, and we got better and better. Now, don't get me wrong, we had little spats and beefs, but like now, it's like 10, 15 years later, and we all get along and laugh and drink a beer. You know, last time we went to Houston, me and Dave, you know, we had a good time, real good time, for real. And I think Byron show. So we just we fed off each other. Like right now, it's about to be the same thing. He got Oscar breeding, we got Oscar breeding. You think we're not gonna look at the puppies?
So Jeremy said, Shawn took me under his wing when I was 16 years old, just getting into the game. I appreciate that. He will always be family. That's what that's what this is all about, man. This is all about creating bonds, creating friendships, creating beautiful dogs, creating memories, and cementing ourselves into a breed like the pioneers of the French Bulldog, the pioneers of the German Shepherd, the pioneers of the old Bulldoggy. This is us right now. Right. Let's take advantage of this, and let's learn from people like Shawn Galmore. That let's learn from Devil's Den. Let's learn from Razor's Edge. Let's learn from the people, the originators of this breed, that can help us. Because without looking at our past, we can't go forward. Right. So we need the OGs. We need to understand where this blood is going and how it's working and what it's doing, because a lot of us don't.
Right. And a lot of us don't. And the thing about it, man, with this breed, we got a chance. All of us together got a chance to make this breed special because this is the only breed. You know what I'm saying? To me, to where there's you got everybody working together. Like they got, of course, they got different races on in every breed, but primarily this bully breed is everybody. It's white, black, Mexican, people overseas. It's everybody. So we got a chance to come together, right, and show real, a united front and be a solid community. Maybe it might not happen because of people different opinion, how people raised and just so far, but the people that get it is more than the people that don't get it. You know what I'm saying? And eventually it'll start gravitating to those who don't get it. Like, you know what, man, maybe I've been looking at it the wrong way. Maybe this the approach I gotta take, you know? Like that. So we got a chance to be special. We actually do. And then they got room for everybody. They got room for people that do like the classic dogs. You know, they got people that the pocket, the standard, the XL, the extreme. They can, they all can probably be in one place, but maybe a different format or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But they got a place. They definitely got a place for it. And I think we got a chance to be special because of all the different type of races and people. Like this breed got people everywhere. I'm talking about people that speak languages that we don't even never even heard of. And some of them people have bullies. You know what I'm saying? So we got a chance to be special, man. But it's on every individual to kind of look yourself in the mirror and say, what I'm doing.
Right.
Like, what am I doing? Like what I'm doing is, even if you got a known dog or not, or a no-name dog, it don't matter. You still going to the show and, you're going to go to these shows and enjoy yourself and come up to people like you, these other guys. And guess what? I'm no better than nobody else.
Facts.
For real.
The only difference between me and the next person is I worked hard and I took chances. I put myself out there.
That's it, man. Ain't nobody better than nobody, man. And for them guys that feel like they need to check themselves. They need to check themselves. For real. They need to check themselves because everybody up and go to work and put their pants and they dress or skirt on the same way.
Well, I don't put no dress or no skirt on the same way as nobody.
I gotta put the women up there too because
I feel you. You're right.
They actually got women breeders like they coming.
Man, hey, I've talked on that before. That these women breeders they got bigger nuts than the men breeders.
Yes. They got a lady down here. I swear to God, I thought a guy owned this dog. It was a Shamrock Son, the Prince of Thieves. When I looked, it was a lady. I'm like, oh, okay, and it's a big ass dog, So the gotta get the women they props too. So that's why I say put your skirts and your dresses on. We gotta start including them too.
Man, again, man, I like to give my appreciations and man, the people in the chats appreciation, everybody that's watching appreciation because this is a blessed moment right here, man. This is like history right here, man. This is a learning moment. This interview was so dope. And if you haven't learned anything from this interview, then you just ain't trying. You really ain't trying because he laid it down on a platter. It's a smorgasbord. This interview was a smorgasbord of information if you're trying to do what you got to do with this breed, man. And it was entry level.
Definitely.
So tell people how to get in touch with you, Mr. Gilmore, on social media before we let you go, fam.
Boy, I'm old. I don't know.
It's Shawn Gilmore on Facebook. He got tell him your page on Facebook. TrueTank.
The TrueTank, the official TrueTank board on Facebook and Instagram. I think it's TrueTank/TrueTank Kennels. So I gotta get all this stuff. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, man, you need to get up. You about to put yourself. Yeah, that's what you old school do. This ain't no message boards no more. Now y'all gonna have to. This y'all gonna have to step y'all game up with social media because this is how you really put yourself out there and how you really blow up.
You're right. I just seen TikTok.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So definitely we got to
50 years old now.
Hey man, hey, you look good for 50, man. You doing your thing. You wake up, work out, man. I hit you up, you be working out, man. You know what I'm saying? 4 in the morning, man.
Got to. I had to just a minute.
Well, I like to give you my appreciation, man, for jumping on, man. And you have a blessed night, sir.
You too. Thank y'all and everybody that listened and that tuned in.
All right, man.
Pete. See y'all at the show. Come up to me, man. Introduce yourself. We probably I know I ain't gonna keep it to the hotel that we're gonna be in. I think we cooking. We're gonna be doing gumbo.
Damn, man.
All kind of stuff down there. So if y'all come up, man, look, come introduce yourself. For real.
All right, man. All right, fam. You be easy. You have a wonderful night, man. And I'm gonna hit you up tomorrow.
All right, no doubt.
All right, brother.
All right, nigga.
Yep. Man, this is why we do it, man. This is chill bumps, man. This is why I do this shit. This is why. Please like and share this, y'all. I don't see no likes up there, man. Please subscribe, man. If you're not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe to the channel. Please do me that favor. Please like, share this video. Go backlog my videos, not the drama ones, man. Go backlog people that are watching right now that come on and just see me for the drama. Please backlog do research on me. I've always been a giver when it came to this breed, when it came to information, when it came to education. I've always been a giver. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Carter Bulls. I appreciate it. When I mastered raw feeding, I shared it automatically. The information that I got, you know how many people, when we first cured pyometra naturally, you know how many people I shared that with? I shared it with the whole community, still sharing it with the community. Thousands of people's dogs I've helped. I said hundreds, but it's in the thousands right now that I've helped people share, because the information that I gave to them, they shared to the next person. That person shared it to the next person. Thousands. I ain't asked for nothing back, just to know if your dog got over it or not. All right? I don't care if y'all tired of this song. This is my shit. Y'all know what time it is. I like to thank y'all, man. Thank you. Thank you so much, man. Without y'all, man, this platform would be nothing.
Gator don't play.
Look, feel like too that raw, I don't really like people. I just want my slice of the pizza. Did what we live, what we breathe for. Did what we die, what we bleed for. I done seen people switch like the season. Drop a switch on a bitch, what the reason? I mean every word, I mean never let her play, and I'ma make this K element no opinion. They don't fuck with us, I wouldn't fuck with us neither. Trench it with a trick code like Jeep or creep. Bought with lil' bro, though I know he's a demon. He'll cross, triple cross, double cross Jesus. Look, they ain't like us, don't believe him. Pussy little boy, you's a bitch, you's a diva. I come from that section where this shit'll get evil. Add it all up, we could never be equal. Death row on a nigga.
Y'all like and share this, man.
They'll give me the needle.
Don't keep all this information for yourself.
They just broke the check. I'ma break the middle.
Y'all about the community, right? Y'all love this information? Y'all share this shit.
This ain't about me.
Like and subscribe, man.
I just don't like people, but it got it hit trying to get a feature.
I love y'all, man.
Come in here gripping on this heater. Make one of these bastards come bust your cerebral. They can smell blood like a goddamn mosquito. Shawty eat the dick like she teething. Look, I can't even tell if this alive or a semen. I can't leave shit around her clique, they be thieving. I can't have faith in no hell for no heathen. I know she a hoe, but gon' go like a keeper. Boss that big bro, drop the low price is cheaper. We'll get the slime with them sticks like they legal. Catch them blindside, then turn around with amnesia. Eyes get to twitching, palms start itching. I'm a son of a bastard on these songs of bitches. 2020 Perline, I taught on my vision. One of them ones that they don't like to mention. Death row on a nigga, death row on a bitch. Cry to see this shit, they'll give me the needle. Shawty broke a neck, I ain't broke a sweat. They just broke the check, I'ma break the meter. Turn one into two, pop a ooh. Howl at the moon, I just turn to a creature. To tell you the truth, this ain't about me, it ain't about you. I just don't like people.